Hello everybody and welcome back to the final day of Sepia Tears. I don't know if the words will be programmed, but I'm so prepared already and I got some tissues, but I hope not that I'm crying a lot. Let's go. Maybe it gets emotional now. When I was a kid, I wondered how dreams worked. And this was before I knew about science and religion and any of the fancy stuff. Kids think solely with intuition. I thought back then that dreams were mirrors. I thought they were special mirrors that showed you what your eyes couldn't see. We like to think that we understand ourselves, but there are things only visible to the outside. And as it turns out, the heart is more transparent than you think. 14 days. I count the number one by one on my fingers until I reach 10 and cycle around tracing the time that's passed since I first met Myra. I must have always known on some level. Lilia never acted that way around me. I tried to see it, but it was never really there. And Lucas, he's the one who invited her to our science project group. He's the one who said she might be his type, even when he was kidding. You could see it in the way he handled her stuff. You can always read someone's heart by looking at the same way they hand out rulers and erasers and calculators. They always avoid touching fingers. Well, aren't I Captain Hindsight? I try to open my eyes, but they refuse. The sunlight wafts through my eyelids. Alright. The bookmark, I almost forgot. It was from last spring. Our local bookstore held a short story contest for publicity, and Lucas wanted to help out. But being more of an artist and a writer and not having enough story material for a cover page, he made an abstract design for a bookmark as a present. Maybe he went through a few drafts along the way and kept an extra for himself. Either way, I'm only guessing. The topic barely came up in the group. Maybe it was embarrassing for both of them, even back then. I find a chuckle surface on my lips. Of course it was embarrassing. Of course things were said the most long ago. A world frozen still. A scarlet sound that I'll never forget. She shakes her head. Sorry. I'm sorry, but there's already someone that I like. And then she walked away. Simple as that. But come to think of it, there's a piece of the story that slipped my mind. Back when I was trying not to think about it. A few seconds after she passes by me, the red ribbon she wore in her head drifted down to my hands. I don't remember what I did with it. She must have gone looking for it and picked it up. It was too broken to care. That's it. That's the whole story. That girl does look a lot like Myra. It's unlikely, but could they be? It would make sense, wouldn't it? The girl I fell for didn't know me well, but she could certainly dig up personal info if she wanted. Maybe she's just toying with her ex admirer's heart. No. No, that can't be. She won't lie, she won't. But then, why hasn't she told me who she is? Screw it. As far as I know, Myra's connection to the memory only goes as far as the ribbon, and certainly the manufacturer produced more than one. I've got a job to go with today. I'm sure as hell going to do it. Here goes. I pull open the blinds. And I see nothing. The sun is shining and the icy air wipes away my anxiety. It looks like the back door is propped open by a piece of wood. I check my watch, 8:58, it's just 2 minutes ahead. There you go, the rooftop. I was waiting. Hi. I'm glad you came. Did you really think I wouldn't? Of course not. Shall we get out of here? Sounds like a plan, you lead the way. Where do we go? Now this is a chance of pace. I don't mind taking the lead, but I have no idea where to go. I'm not sure how to say this, but... You've never been on a date before, have you? So blunt. It's alright, this is my first time too, we'll figure it out as we go along. Her smile is reassuring. Alright then, I don't know where we're going, but let's go. Gotcha! My cheeks turn red already. And not from the cold. From the shyness. We arrived downtown and realized that I don't know which direction to walk in. You're not the improved type, are you? Couldn't you tell that just by looking at me? Oh, whoops, you're right. You weren't supposed to agree. Well, I don't know what to go to. I stutter with embarrassment. What was that? Hey, stop looking at me like that. This is harder than it looks. Oh, really? I thought guys always talk about clever pickup lines. But those are just jokes. Normal people pickup lines are a million times harder. Oh, yes. Ah, yes, that's true. Besides, easy for you to say you're confident around me, but you react the same way if you were talking to a guy you A tiny cow conceals my words, luckily. I want to say like. Anyway, not everyone is as comfortable with the opposite sex as you are. You know, I wasn't always like this. I was a man back then. No, that's ruined my whole vision. Ah, really? Yeah, definitely. I used to be really shy around boys, and I always hide behind my glasses when someone tried to make eye contact. This is the wrong time to be imagining her with glasses, but I can't help it. I guess you've grown up then. No, not really. I think I'm only like this around you. Wait, what? Because you're just too easy to tease. See? Okay, that's it. We're going to see the most gory horror movie in the theater. You won't even be able to speak. Oh, that's what you were trying to say before. Well, I mean, this is what we're supposed to do, right? Yeah, well, it's a bit too plain if you ask me. Movies are said to be the ideal date spot, but I don't get it. Aren't you supposed to actually watch a movie? I know. It's pointless, right? I mean, it's a waste of a good movie to watch it when you're not focused. And if it's not a good movie, it won't even be fun. And it's not like the girl will actually fall asleep on your shoulder if it's boring, if anything, it'll make the conversation awkward after it. I'm not sure if I want an answer to this question, but why do you know all of this? From dating videos. So yeah, let's keep walking and see what comes up. Yeah, let's do that. So is there anything you want to buy? Like what? I don't know, I'm asking you, did you already buy Christmas presents for everyone? That's right, Christmas presents. You forgot, didn't you? No, I was going to go out, but then something happened and Has anyone ever told you that you're a terrible liar? No, I actually thought that I was a great liar. Sorry, but you're hilarious when you're nervous. Take my word for it. You're a terrible liar. I'm out. Shouting my name isn't going to make me believe you. Just don't try to become a spy, alright? I hate to see what happens if you get caught. First of all, what makes you think I would get caught? Touche. Don't forget I'm more fit than I look. True, but athletics can only save you if you don't get tricked. I'm not half as gullible as you. The moment they lure you in, trap, a net falls from the ceiling and the guards surround you. Well, I just cut the rope with my daggers and escape into the shadows. What kind of spy carries a dagger with them? A ninja spy. Wow, I really don't have a comeback for that. Yeah, it's okay, I'm sure I say something equally incomprehensible soon. That's reassuring. Oh, look at this one. It's even shinier than the last one. Even a crow wouldn't get this distracted looking at jewelry. But it's not my fault if they're shiny. Shh, I guess I should just leave her be. Look. I'm looking, but all I see is shiny metal. But it's shiny. Well, that's enough. And girls, if they're shiny, I buy it. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if I use it. It's so useful at all. It doesn't matter how much expensive it is. Because I don't buy it. The boy buy it. So the important thing is shiny. You get it? It's shiny. Everything can be shiny. Why? It doesn't make sense. Myra points to a necklace. It looks the same as every other one. But it's shining. Don't take this the wrong way. But do all girls act like this around jewelry? Well, most would use a wider variety of adjectives. But come on, don't any of them look pretty to you? I'm sure your aesthetic sense isn't that underdeveloped. Try as I might, all I'm seeing is a collection of stones. But if I imagine her wearing one of them, oh boy. Think about something dirty. What I think. Okay, I'm fine, but it's nothing that bad. I was just imagining you wearing one of these, that's all. I didn't think you actually say it. Do I really seem that spineless? Yeah, you do, sorta. That's not always true. You look cute with one of these. What's with the sudden confidence boost? That shouldn't be a bad thing. No, it's fine, it just... never mind. She isn't the only one who's blushing. Did you want to try it on? You sure? Well, why not? Not that I can afford something like this, but... Thanks, I give it a try. So let's have the picture of her. Just remember her that way with the necklace. So what do you think? Myra pulls on a simple but elegant necklace posing like a model. Maybe this one will be better, but show me how she looks with the necklace! Hello! What did I do with the blackness? This time she tries a less formal design. I know we agreed not to talk about price, but the more I look at it, the more it hurts me to know that in a few minutes you won't be wearing it anymore. Or, because you look so happy trying it on, I don't want it. Thanks. She stops me from stuttering. For what it's worth, it really does look good on you. She does a little twirl in place. I like it. My mom had a similar one stored away. She said she wore it a lot. She wore it a lot in college. It's subtle, but it looks good. You know, it's a non-elegant sort of way. Kind of stylishly plain with an air of childishness. That sounded better in my head. I think I know what you're trying to say. Good, because I barely know what I was trying to say. I know that I mean it through. It's fancy, but not too fancy. It has a feminine appeal that shoots you. You think I have a feminine appeal? Yes, because you're a girl, so... No, not that. I replay automatically. The necklace is feminine, and... So you don't think I have a feminine appeal? Oh. He's stuck in a zone, he can't escape now. Everything you say, Mark, will be just reflecting to yourself. So, if you have a brain, stop right now to talk. Everything you say, it's like you point a gun at yourself. So, please stop talking. No, it's not that either, but... Gotcha. Let's go. In a hurried and ineffective attempt to escape my embarrassment, I grab her hand and pull her outside. Just where do you plan on going, Mr. Stylishly Playing? Somewhere where I won't have to suffer this kind of abuse. Oh boy. Sorry about all that. Don't worry about it, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I wish I couldn't bought it for you, but... Forget it, window shopping is a better date activity than regular shopping anyway. She's interrupted by the growl of a stomach. Hairs to be precise. I wonder what that could mean. I think it was a train. Every day. Okay, fine, you win. Let's go eat something. Can we eat? Only if you really want to. Especially since it sounds like you can't wait any longer. I guess she can't argue when she knows I'm paying. So let's go eating on the fanciest restaurant here. Time flew by quickly after that. I tried not to think too hard about what that meant, what we were being led toward, but I failed. Obviously, I'm tired. We've been on our feet for most of the day. Wanna go somewhere to rest? Yeah, I think so. There's a nice city park somewhere around here. Come on, let's go sit down. Is this the same park we was with Lillian? It's a nice evening. Yeah, finally something new. You're right. I love it. If the sun, before the sun rises down, that's you go, hits the trees, the atom trees, and you see the sunlight just rip through the trees. Oh, this is looking so fantastic. There's nothing beautiful than a sunset on an autumn day. Oh. We sit side by side on a freezing cold bench, the sunset poking at my peripheral vision. The air is heavy, heavier even than in my dreams. Myra's hand rests on the bench and inch from mine. Her fingers twitch from time to time, but they don't reach out. Neither do mine. Why, Mark? Don't be a pussy. Be a leader. Take her hand. Grab her. Warm her with your senses. There's no turning back from here, is there? There was no turning back from the moment we met. Well, either way, it's certainly too late now. I pause before every sentence. I have to push the words out. Memories don't vanish, you know. They fade, but they don't vanish. They're a weight. Oh, that's deep. That's very deep. There aren't always a weight. I know they're not all bad, but you can't get rid of them. Good or bad, they end up in the same place. What do you think happens when you take a good memory of someone and turn it into something bad? What do you think going to be left over? I'm sorry to have dragged you into this, Mark. Huh? It's not your fault. You can't even begin to imagine. I glanced sideways at her, sun in her hair. You remember, right? You remember when I asked you to stay with me until you regain your memories? Yeah? She smiles vaguely at a distance. I hadn't thought of what that would entail. I hadn't thought of anything. I'm sorry. I've been selfish. I shouldn't have made you think about her. No, don't say that. How can I not say that? I didn't tell you anything. I dragged you around, played with your head. You put up with me even though I'm like a stranger to you. If you call yourself a stranger, I hate to see what you call my classmates. What? I mean, you can just decide by yourself what your actions were selfish. There are two parts to that judgment, right? If the person you were being selfish toward doesn't think you were being selfish, then... But what I mean is, you're not a stranger to me. It isn't your decision to make. Don't call yourself a stranger. You're not kidding. Of course not. Come on, do you really think I'd be here if I didn't care about you? I woke up at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. What is this early? I'm waking 5 a.m. every day. That's how you think about it, huh? That's... Redness surges through Myra's cheeks. You're important to me, so it goes without saying that it hurt me if you left. I'm sorry. You don't have to. I'm sorry. She hides behind her hands. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. All I wanted was something simple, so simple, but Her hair covers her face and I feel a faint trembling through her hair. You're being too hard on yourself. I told you you didn't hurt me. But... No buts, it doesn't matter. I made a mistake, Mark. I told you it's not alright. Her trembling body comes to a halt. You're a good person just like I remember. You're a good person, but Tell me then. Tell me why you came here. I just wanted to see if my scars were gone. What scars? A sharp wind whistles through the empty park. And did you find your answer? Yeah. Yeah, I think I did. It's cold. Her hand is cold in mine, but warm in time. I take her hand to warm her. Oh, it's getting dark. Clouds are beginning to gather behind the sun's trail. Looks like we're in for a white Christmas. You're right. I'll be midnight soon. Let's go. In the night of the 24th, people must be all over the city square by now. Are you implying what I think you're implying? I'm implying that I'm going to hate myself if we don't do this properly. You're not the only one. She grabs my hand and follows along. No, it's beautiful. There's something odd about going on a date with inevitable tragedy hanging above you. Every time I catch my breath, I feel a sinking in my chest as I remember that this isn't just another day. The trick I've realized is not to give yourself time to catch your breath. You've never been here before, only a couple of times during the day. I was always home with my parents on Christmas Eve. Well, it's probably wouldn't surprise you that this is my first time too. That's a little comforting. It's sure crowded, isn't it? I think it's a good kind of crowded. It's hard to imagine that I've been missing out on this for my entire life. It's not too late for us to start. Your hand is warm. Actually, your hand is cold. You really aren't built for winter, aren't you? That was a poorly timed joke. Truth be told, the softness of her fingers and the warmth of her palm is enough to drive away the December wind. But I don't think I can say that out loud. Why? Come on, Mark. Yeah, man. Well, I figured you know what I meant anyway. Good point. Sorry to have to drag you out like this. It would have been better if we had met in the middle of summer, huh? It's fine. I wasn't kidding when I said your hand was warm. Really? Really? Try it sometime. I think you're just saying that because your hands are freezing. Well, excuse me for not bringing gloves. Besides, if we met in the summer, it wouldn't be snowing like this. Ah, of course. Now that you mention it. Oh, what a perfect timing, huh? She mentioned it, I was starting to snowing like that. The snow drifts down. How timely. I used to love the winter back when I lived here. And I take it you still do. Of course. The tiny white droplets gather on her hair, endearingly messy. Do you want to go skating? Huh? Well, I suppose we could, but don't tell me. No, I definitely know how to skate, I just... Liar. Fine, you win. I can teach you if you want. Will you really? Sure, it'll take more than one night to learn, but I'm sure you get the basics down after a few falls. You mean I still have to fall? Too late, I've already decided. Yes, of course. It's been a while since I've gone skating. The wind in your hair, the ice gliding beneath your feet, have both been completely removed from the equation. Slow down. If I slow down anymore, that earthworm by the bends might beat us. There aren't any earthworms in the winter. Be careful, shout too much and you might fall. And that happens. She falls on her butt. Hi, you almost pulled me down as well. That's a small price to pay if I don't have to fall. Shh. I pushed my skates back with just enough force to propel us forward. Don't move without warning me first. Because clearly you're in a position to give orders. I love this feeling. You know, you're really not going to learn anything if you keep going at this speed. This is fast enough, thank you. This time I grab onto Myra's arm before she falls, almost losing my balance in the process. Just take it slow at first. You'll get used to it. That's what I'm trying to do, but you keep speeding up. This isn't what a legally sane person would call fast. Looking at the ice, I begin to wonder if we're not standing still and losing ourselves into thinking we're moving. When I said take it slow, I mean in relation to a normal skating speed. First, I need to figure out how to stand on these things. Why are skates so thin? Myra stops, attempts to realign her center of balance, and starts gliding again. Slowly, very slowly. Whose great idea was this anyway? Humans weren't meant to travel on thin little slivers of metal. Okay, let's take a deep breath and start from the beginning. We're starting. Baby steps. First, stand still. Okay, I think I can do this. What next? Now, stand there for a few more seconds. There was a deathly glare. Maybe this isn't the best time for sarcasm. Okay, you can stop standing there. Now try moving, slowly. It is working. Good, just try to keep your balance and don't speed up. I'll be right here if you need me. But this isn't bad. That looked painful. What happened to being there if I need you? I may have been engaging in some form of mental narration and lost track of time. Anyway, that wasn't bad. You made it a lot farther than last time. Alright, wanna try again? I'll stay with you this time. If you don't, you're going to regret it. Okay, I'll start first. Slowly but surely. This might be a big step for you, but do you want to try turning? One direction is more than enough for now. I see. Having said that, if you look straight ahead, you see what you've done. Don't have much of a choice, huh? Oh, wow. I rush in front and pull her away from the wall. Or at least I try to until the sudden movement makes me lose balance. I hit the ground. Don't owe me, you grabbed me as you were falling. Okay, fine, I won't deny it. Although I would if I could. You're lucky I'm too numb from the wind to feel anything. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. We struggle for a few seconds to help each other up. You know, I think I have a better idea. A pair of arms wrap themselves around mine. Guide me. What? I said guide me. I heard you, but isn't it more fun this way? Huh? I suppose there's one solution. I thought the world lied about love, but maybe it didn't. This is supposed to be an illusion. This is supposed to be a fabrication of Hollywood and cheap romance novels. But for a fabrication, it feels peculiarly real. The hell is a storybook romance anyway? Do I care? If it exists at all, it's one right in front of me. It's almost time. I should check my watch, but I can't. If I do, I'll wake up and the dream will end. Mark, I know. A buzz of excitement wafts through the crowd. It won't be long before the clock strikes 12. I don't regret a single thing. I wish I could agree. Don't lie. Today has been perfect. It has, but her warmth still lingers on my arm. I can't forget it. I won't forget it. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I hurt you. No, you didn't. I tried to hurt you. I don't care. I'm going to end up hurting you. The frozen air in my lungs feels like the end of a brief, minced lifespan. The first exhale that isn't accompanied by an exhilarating burst of cold. I love you. No, you don't. What? No response? I don't care. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. This isn't like you, Mark. You said we worked together to find my lost memories. That was a lie. You promised to find me no matter where I go. You said it's what you do best. I did, didn't I? A rueful chuckle punctuates her breaths. You have to stop running away. I can't. You'll keep on hurting yourself. That's what I should be telling you. Stop in my tracks. Myra glides in front of me. It's been 3 years, you know. 3 years and we're still the same. The snow pauses in the air and the midnight bells sound in the distance. Merry Christmas, Mark. You're my first love. Wow. And they kissed. Oh, that's so beautiful. A soft sensation brushes across my lips in an instant that lasts a lifetime. It's both warm and cold, and tastes vaguely of melting snow. Oh, that's so beautiful. Mark says nothing. I'll miss you. What? Why are you crying, Myra? My legs refuse to move. She's gone before I realize it, lost in a sea of faces. Why? Why she leaves me? A sepia world consumes my vision. I'm on the roof of the school, drowning in the sunset's thick light. Everywhere I look, the world is heavy, bittersweet, surreal. There she stands, the person who mattered most to me. With the sun at her back, she faces me, a mere silhouette in my memory. Her hair blows softly to the side in the breeze that I can't feel. Her signature ribbons, endearing as ever, trail along with it. No, what, is he dead? I open my eyes. It's dark. The streetlights are still on, and the downtown partygoers make it feel as if nothing has changed. But the most important thing is missing. She's gone. She disappeared, just like she promised. No, no, this isn't the end. Think. God damn it, just think. I can't do this. I can't figure this out. Okay. Myra vanished approximately 50 minutes ago. We're in a crowded place with easy access to public transit. I'll face the truth. If she wanted to escape, she'd be gone by now. I'll never find her again. Therefore, if I do find her again, I'll be because she wants me to. Maybe she's waiting. Why did Myra meet me in the first place? We met because she knew me somehow. Was the school roof coincidentally chosen as our meeting place, or was he referring to what happened 3 years ago? Her parting words implied that she knew what happened, but I don't know what to make of it. Myra could be the girl from 3 years ago. It will make sense in a way. If she was lying all along, she could simply be here to toy with me. Of course I know that's not true, but if it is, well, it's clear that she felt guilty about something. Did she come back from the past to toy with me and ended up falling for me instant? It's unlikely. It's incredibly unlikely, but it's the only way I can explain her tears. She might not have bad intentions either. Maybe she was just curious. Maybe she wanted to see where I ended up after she unintentionally broke my heart. Wait, let's not get carried away. What I need here is tangible evidence. In retrospect, clues were scattered everywhere, even assuming that she was putting on an act when we first met. It looks like even she couldn't build a perfect wall. There's the pocket one. It doesn't mean much surely. She has a regular wristwatch somewhere. Or where would she even obtain a thing like that? And how much will it cost? And then there's her father's library and her tear-stained eyes when she told me about Leonard Kinsey. Even back then it was easy to put the pieces together. Myra's from a wealthy family and Kinsey is a close relative to her. She knows her way around the city because she grew up here. On top of that, she knows which schools I've attended and the details of what happened 3 years ago. Ultimately, I don't need to figure out who she is. I need to figure out where she is. This isn't so hard after all. There are really only two places you could expect me to search. The roof of the school and the hilltop with the cherry tree. The roof would make sense, it's cyclical. The place where we first met and the place where she wanted us to part. Not to mention, it invariably brings back memories from 3 years ago. Whatever her role in the story was, maybe the rooftop means something to her too. But I can't forget about the hill either. That was the first day we spent together. The first time I saw what she was really like beneath the facade she tried to put up. Wouldn't it be significant for her too? Wouldn't she want to visit before she leaves? Especially if she used to go there as a child. Kinsey's hilltop isn't too far from here, but it's a bit of a detour. The school is a long way off by public transit. It's possible to go to the hill and then head back to the school, but if Myra's in a rush, I won't be able to catch up if my guess is wrong. I have to pick one. Slowly, carefully. What will Myra want? Oh no! Alright, do I have to choose now? The rooftop or the hill? Oh fuck! I'm only going to find her if she wants me to. And there can only be one place that means more to her than anywhere else. Fuck. I have to choose right. I have to choose. Fuck. I don't. Is this the hill or the school? I don't want to be false. I don't want to choose the wrong one. He says the hill is closer. And if she's not in the hill, I can immediately go to the school. I go to the hill. I've got it. She'll be at the hill. I grit my teeth and sprint through the snowy city. I made it. I collapsed in the snow with the hill looming before me. Just a little bit more. A few more steps. A few more frosted breaths. Come on. I placed my hand on the edge of the hill, digging into the snow. I only take a bit more energy to pull myself up. The moment I peek above this hill, it'll be over. What I do if she isn't there? She was crying. She was crying, damn it. Is that all that matters? I tense my fingers against the frozen ground. I find a solid rock to push on and with my body poised, I climb the last yard. Is she there? Is she there? Hi? Yes. She's there! Yes, I choose right. You came. I know her. I know her. I know how girls thinking. I won't be able to forgive myself if I didn't. But why here? Isn't that what I should be asking you? Stop! What? I ran away for a reason. We can't be together. What right did you have to decide that? I told you I was lying from the beginning. Shut up! The fleeting snow on Myra's hair drops a lit match in my stomach, and everything goes ablaze. I love you. Don't stop talking. I step toward her and she steps back. Wait, you don't understand. It isn't that easy, it isn't that simple. We're not fit for each other and that'll never change. It didn't work back then and it sure as hell won't work now. Never? You kidding me? Not in the least. I try to respond but her expression stops me. Mark, it's over. I screwed up. We'll never be able to be together after what happened. Goodbye. What happened? Wait! I shout at her, but her figure vanishes down a hidden path at the back of the hill. I run after her, but the results don't surprise me. All that's left are footprints in the snow. I collapsed. Oh, that's right. I caught a glimpse of something while I was chasing after her. Don't cry. Something inside of me cracks. No, 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 no. No. This isn't over. I made the right decision. I found her. I read her heart. I was an inch from success, but the cycle continues. Which means as long as I persist, I can try again. Over and over and over. Even if it kills me. Even if it turns me into a dry, soulless husk. I stand up. I'll do it. I'll do it again. I stab myself again and again and again. If it's for her, I shatter my heart as many times as it takes. It's dark. Stand up! The street lights are still on and the downtown party goers make it feel as if nothing has changed. But the most important thing is missing. She's gone. She disappeared just like she promised. No. No, 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 no. This is the end. Think. God damn it, just think. I can't do this. I can't figure this out. Okay. Myra vanished approximately 50 minutes ago. We're in a crowded place with easy access to public transit. I'll face the truth. If she wanted to escape, she'd be gone by now. I'll never find her again. Therefore, I'll do find her again. It'll be because she wants me to. Maybe she's waiting. Why did Myra meet me in the first place? We meet because she knew me, somehow. Was the school roof considered choosing? Why? Is this the same thing? Repeat again? Are we in the Matrix or something? Her parting words implied that she knew what happened, but I don't know what to make of it. Myra could be the girl from 3 years ago. It would make sense in a way if she was lying all alone. She could simply be here to toy with me. Of course, I know that's not true, but if it's, well, it's clear that she felt guilty about something. Did she come back from the past to toy with me and ended up falling for my instead? It's unlikely, it's incredibly unlikely, but it's the only way I can explain her tears. She might not have had bad intentions either. Maybe she was just curious. Maybe she wanted to see where I ended up after she unintentionally broke my heart. Wait, let's not get carried away. What I need here is tangibly evidence. In retrospect, clues were scattered everywhere. Even assuming that she was putting on an act when we first met, it looked like even she could build a perfect wall. there's the pocket ones for months. It don't mean much. Surely she has a regular wristwatch somewhere, but where would she even obtain a thing like that? And how much will it cost? It's the thing we already. We already read that, so we have to choose again. So I think I have to go to the roof this time. So it doesn't matter how you choosing. Go to the school roof too. The rooftop. Makes sense. She wrote this whole play and cast herself as the leading actress. If she wants to end things cleanly, she go back to where it all began. Here goes. Everyone, this time, I'm here. I looked up at the roof and realized that I have no idea how to get there. But there has to be a way. There's always a way. How would she have done it? I sprint around the side of the school to see if there's anything I can climb on. I noticed the outdoor shed that had long since been sitting at the back of the building near the back door to the construction lab. And then it makes sense. The structure is almost half the height of the school. It's been here since the beginning, but I never once thought about it. I leap onto a stack of leftover wood and grab hold on the sheet's roof, pulling myself up with strength I never knew I had. My feet grab hold and I regain my balance. The bottom of the second floor window sill isn't too far. Digging my fingers into the few inches of space between the window and the brick wall, I forcefully pull myself up with the help of my feet. Just a bit more. Considering how large these windows are, I only need to grab a couple of old bricks above it to pull myself to the top. With a gasp of breath, the skip of a heartbeat, I propel myself upward and I grab hold of the roof. My fingers cling to the railing and I roll myself over. Landing on my back, I stare unfocused at the snowy sky above. But it isn't over. There, on the opposite corner of the roof, staring up at the night sky, is the person I was looking for. So, it doesn't matter what we choose, we always find her. Huh? You made it. Of course I did. I knew that you'd find me. Her smile is blank, distant, like 2 weeks ago when we first met. I'm glad, Mark. Glad about what? The fact that I found you after you ran away from me? About everything. I'm glad to have met you. I'm glad to have gotten to know you. I'm glad to have fallen for you too, and I'm glad to be able to say goodbye like this. Myra. Her stolid gaze tells me that nothing can make her change her mind, but she still looks at me expectantly. Don't want to leave, do you? No, I don't. But I have to. If you get hurt either way, why not risk it and stay here? I can't do that. This was all wrong from the very beginning. Does it even matter now? Of course it does. You don't want the last 2 weeks to disappear, do you? They won't disappear, they can't. Memories don't die. But they can't be tarnished. I'm sorry. I'm really, truly sorry. Wait, don't jump to any conclusions. Those conclusions were determined from the moment we met. I lied to you. I forgive you for whatever you did. It's not that simple. Myra takes a step back and I take a step forward. It's just like before. After 3 years, it's just like before. And if I stay, it'll all be wrong. And there'll be no turning back. And I'll never be able to forgive myself if you hate me. Take a deep breath and stop worrying. The problem is all in your head. No, it isn't. We won't get anywhere if we both back down. Maybe so. But after everything that happened, I don't want to lose what we already have. Myra. I try to reach out to her, but something stops me. If I do it, will I really destroy the memories we already made? No matter what she's hiding, I accept it, but I leave it at this, then. The answer's right in front of you, Myra. Make your choice. It's tough to see what's in front of you when you're afraid of what's behind you. The snow moves in reverse. I'll never forget you, Mark, and I wasn't lying when I said that you were my first love. Her words are only a whisper. A whisper that fades as she takes her last step backward and falls off the roof. I walk forward slowly with my leaden feet. I'm not surprised. There's nothing below but a balcony overlooking a garden, with a small patch of snow-covered soil lying below. But The snow had been falling for a while this time, and the whole balcony is covered, save for the spots she landed on. A short trail of footprints leads her way away. Oh, that's right. I caught a glimpse of something when she jumped. Don't cry. No, 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 no. So again. Oh no, this is not fair. This is not fair. As we all decided, we all don't get the happy end. We always lost the one we love. Well, this is heartbreaking. This isn't over. I miscalculated. I try my best, but in the end I guess wrong. And so the cycle continues. Which means as long as I persist, I can try again. Over and over and over, even if it kills me. Even if it turns me into a dry, soulless husk, I fall. I can't. It might not be impossible. I'll admit that much. But even so, it just isn't worth it. Don't cry. This is it? Is this the end? This is the end of Sepia tears. So the chapter was right about the tears. We stay all alone. That's it. That's it. Midwinter's reprise, Sepia tears. So that's it with Sepia tears. It's a sad ending. It's very sad. It doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter how hard we try. We always stay lonely. Yes, it's like story of my life, I guess. It doesn't matter how much we try, how hard we try, we love someone. And we always fail. This fucking hurts. If you know you have someone you love, and you try and try, and you can't success, just stay there and have to admit it, have to accept that, how it is. And it reminds me of something, but I don't want to go detail about that. So it's hard. They say if you love someone, or if anything you wish to go for, if it's a dream or a goal or a loved one, you have to risk everything, they say. But it's hard if the goal you have is a person, and you try and you try and try, and you always fail, and then at the result you also just hurting not yourself, so also the other person. So you have to accept it, and you have to get rid of her. So accept that it doesn't matter how much you try, you cannot be with her. So that was Sepia Tear, a very heartbreaking ending, another happy ending. I didn't like that. It's about the gallery. Okay. So there's 4, and the end is stupid. How much we try, what we choose, it's always a failure. So I don't like it. Funny fact: day I record it now, today it's Valentine's Day. So yeah, this sucks also. So in the game it was Christmas Eve, and the day I recorded was Valentine's Day. So 2 happy, lovely days with a heartbreak. If you don't kill yourself now, I don't know. Oh man. Okay, that was Sepia Tears. Thank you all for watching and stayed this long with me on that series. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed it, and if you see me playing another one of this graphic novel, Japanese sad stories. And I hope the next time, if I play again that type of game, I wish it will be a happy ending and something we can rely on that and hope to have. So anyway, that was Sepia Tears. Thank you all deeply from my heart. So long and good night.